So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
Hey, morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, Greg and I could talk for like days. We, as you know, it's election time here all over the state of Tennessee. I mean, I don't know about you. I've been phone calls inundated. I mean, it is.
Text. I get 25 texts a day.
Yeah.
People asking for money from races I can't vote in. But yeah.
But hey, well, there's a twofold here because Greg has been on the show, as you know, before for political analysis of elections, and so now he's in an election.
I am a candidate for the Republican State Executive Committee for all the 6 counties in State Senate District 16.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, okay, so yeah, the Republicans and the Democrats also, right? They build an executive committee by electing 1 male and 1 female from each of the 33 state Senate districts. So 33 times 2, you end up with 66 on the state executive committee. And the way I see that, and what the bylaws for our party say, it's just our job, my job, if I get elected, if the good people of District 16 elect me, is to listen to the counties, listen to the Republicans and the county parties, and take their concerns to the state party, and then be a flow of information. What's the state party up to? And keep the county parties informed. It's entirely a Republican seat. It doesn't pay anything. But it's a way to support our state party. The way I see it, in the state of Tennessee right now, this is a red state.
Yeah.
And these 6 counties, the good people of these counties are voting 80-20, Republican to Democrat. So with that responsibility comes, or with that power, if you will, comes a great deal of responsibility. we need to keep the Republican Party of our state between the ditches. Keep a big tent, and be honorable and go about leading in a professional manner. That's what I want to bring from these counties to the state.
Sure, and it's the governing body.
That's correct.
Of the state party.
We elect the state party chairman. We write or modify the bylaws, and that's pretty important stuff. And when you're thinking about these rural counties, a lot of the fights we have in our state are urban versus rural. So we need our our rural counties to be unified, pushing back on some of the city stuff. So when you move to a city, you kind of go crazy for some reason. I don't know why that is. So we need to keep the common sense interest of the rural counties in front of our state party.
Well, absolutely. It is, and just like the legislature, it is urban, rural, and suburban divide. I mean, everybody has different needs.
Right.
The party's been, it never fails, rhino.
Yeah.
That term is thrown out all the flipping time. And
what does that mean to you? What does rhino mean to you?
Well, it throws me off because it's Republican in name only, right?
Right.
But as a 100% 46-year Republican, never voted for a Democrat person, I would think that I'm bona fide to say what a Republican is. I think you would be able to that. And the people who are throwing that out probably don't have a 4-4 voting record. And are they a Republican?
Well, yeah. I've been called a rhino, and I don't know many people that are right of me conservatively, when it comes to guns, pro-life, the key issues, individual freedom. But it's like, it's an insult that they'll throw at somebody. I mean, when you govern, you have to work with everybody there, and you want to build a big tent. Look at Trump's cabinet, for example. There's a lot of people on there that don't fit the Republican definition of Southern Middle Tennessee. Most do, but you want to look for quality, and people that are going to stick to our core principles. So I think it's just people like to insult, and you'll be called this or that. But I always think of our political spectrum as being a wide spectrum. There's people on the far left that are communists. There's people on the far right that they're just anti-government altogether. You got to have some
libertarian, yeah.
You got to have some government. I mean, we can't pool our resources and build roads just by ourselves. We need, government has a role. I mean, the Constitution is pretty clear on the role of government. To preserve order, to ensure justice. That's just police and courts, and then national defense. I mean, that's what the federal government's supposed to be doing. They're dabbling in all kinds of things they were never meant to do. I mean, the wealth redistribution stuff is not what our founders had in mind. So we always want to try to limit government and make it more the responsibility of the individual to own their lives and make their lives, and not rely upon the state for sustenance.
Amen.
You have a lot of people on the left that want everybody dependent on government, and we've seen that happen in Europe, and it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well for freedom and dignity. I mean, we have a Christian ethic. Christianity so influenced our form of government, because and it's the value of the individual. We are loved by God. We are created by God. He loved us so much, He sent His Son to die for us. We have a freedom of conscience. The church can't tell me what to do. The state can't tell me what to do. It's between me and God, and I'm responsible for my choices. And that's the foundation of our form of government. That our Scotch-Irish Reformed Presbyterians brought to this country and fought for our freedom.
Amen.
And that's our heritage. We both have that Scottish heritage, and it just gets me fired up.
We love freedom. Freedom is in our DNA. And once you understand your DNA, you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Why is it important? We have a lot of independents running in our local races.
Okay.
And that, I'm glad they're running. How about that? But why is it important to run as a Republican or a party person?
That's a good question. Coming from Coffee County, we haven't had as much of the independent challenge as Bedford and Grundy and Franklin have? That's a really interesting question. We're a two-party system. I guess I've always thought of the independent as being a step. These are really conservative people for the most part. There's one that's not, I know about in coffee, but they're conservative people that just aren't ready to commit. They want to maintain some, maybe I'm independent. A more individualistic quality, and they don't want to be beholden to a Republican Party. I've had candidates say, "No one's going to tell me how to vote." We're not going to tell you how to vote. We're the Republican Party. We're proud of our candidates. We're going to do the best we can to find the best candidates, and we encourage you to vote for them. But no one can tell anybody how to vote in this country. This is America. We fought and died for that freedom of conscience. So I think let's treat all those independents as just people that they're not on the fence. They're conservative, probably. I don't know. You have to talk to each one of them individually.
Yeah, you got to know though. Independent, you don't know. You don't know if they're conservative. You don't know who. You just don't know.
I guess you have to talk to them and encourage them to come on over to the party, the Republican Party. And
wow.
That's my.
Well, and one of the things you're saying no one wants to telling them what to do, and I totally get that. Except with a party, when you're part of an organization, there are there are guardrails. That's what the governing body is there for. When you're a part of a team, you are governed by the governing body of that team. And so, as a Republican, there should be higher standards of conduct, higher standards of leadership, and conservative values. So, in a way, it just the only people that the independents are beholden to are the voters, which is good.
That's what it's all about. But I guess I guess I'm going to put the responsibility back on the Republican Party of each county. If we're putting forward good candidates and we're well led as a county organization, then any real conservative is going to say, "Yeah, I'll sign up with that brand. I'll brand myself Republican." It is. And in coffee, and I think in Grundy, we've done a good job of being a good party, good county parties that people are happy to associate with. We've had good leadership. We've had good boards. We've had good events. We've we've brought in key people to make our meetings interesting. So I'll put that back on us. This guy's an independent, but we check him out. We know he's real conservative. Like, come on over. What's going to bring them is a good organization. Sure. So I'll put that back on us. Let's make our organizations as good as possible. And we have. I mean, the Grundy County Party is, you guys are a bright light in the state. I'm proud of our Coffee County Party. We work a lot together. We share the same state rep, state senator, congressman. We share all the guys.
We're like kin.
We really are.
We really are. I mean, we're married in so many
we've got all
ways.
this Scotch-Irish thing going on, too. We got a very active Highland Rim Scottish Society right in the heart of Tullahoma. and we got guys in kilts. We got Scotch tastings. We're all in.
So funny. And we're going to talk about his Scotland trip real quick after we get through this. Bona fide status. That's always been a bone of contention during the selection period of getting everybody ready to go as a party. Explain the bona fide status and what that means.
Yeah, so the state party bylaws defined a true Republican as someone who's voted Republican in at least 3 of the last 4 state or federal primaries. So, I mean, when you're dealing with a 95 county state and lots of counties in different places in terms of Republican, Democrat, Independent, you have to write something that's good for the whole state. And some of these states are lagging, some counties are difficult, but it's worked great in coffee. And I can't speak as well about Grundy, but we've had good Republican candidates for a number of years now. So if you're a Republican, you had a chance to vote Republican. You had a good candidate to choose from. When I first moved here in 2001, that was not the case, right? There were more Democrats on the county seats.
Sure, it was all Democrat.
And so we watched that change in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It was Republican, and each county's been at different pace on that change. The rural counties, now that I think they're all pretty much Republican,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, it's important that they had that rule. They still have that rule. There's the SEC, the State Executive Committee, is going to have to battle with the issue of closed primaries. I can only speak for coffee. I know we have a lot of liberals, Democrats, who have been voting in the Republican primary for years now, because those were where that was the real election. You had to vote in that primary if you wanted your vote to have an impact. So, if you lock in a closed primary, well, those aren't conservatives that are voting in our primaries. So I don't have an answer to that question.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little different for every county or every type of county. So we need to, the SEC is going to grapple with that. I have a lot of people tell me they think we should have closed primaries. Like, well, when do you close them?
Yeah.
And if you close them and you've already let in a lot of liberals, well, they're in now. They're bona fide. Well,
Sure.
I know them personally. They've been voting Republican since 2014, but they're very liberal.
Wow.
And, I think what you do is you just maintain a strong, this is my personal philosophy. You maintain a strong party with good candidates. And those 20% of the people that are formerly Democrat, that are voting Republican, their votes are going to, they're not going to be able to change the outcome of us having good conservative candidates.
Sure.
I think that's the only way. I'm speaking for coffee, and I think the 6 counties in Senate District 16 are all really pretty similar.
They really are.
They really are. I mean, Lincoln County, they're a hoot over there. DeKalb County, what great people in DeKalb County.
Oh my gosh, right?
This is just a cool 6 counties. It would be a privilege to represent them and to hear from them. So I feel good about those 6 counties. I can't speak of all the other counties, but I figure all the rural counties are in a similar place to our 6.
Sure.
The cities, we carved up Nashville. We've just carved up Memphis. So there'll be 9-0 and 9 congressmen representing Tennessee, presumably, come November, and that's it's hardball.
It's hardball.
I'm all in, but we need to lead, and you got to lead, and you got to make tough choices sometimes. But I'm jumping to Congress, but that's my philosophy on dealing with the open primary, closed primary, and how to just. Let's face it, our ideas are better. Our ideas worked. Our ideas founded this nation. So let's just celebrate that. We're not a perfect country, but by golly, we've done mostly good for most of the world. It was a radical experiment, self-governance 250 years ago, and it's still working. We got our problems, we got our debt, we've got some crazies living amongst us, but let's just trust the Lord. Let's ask Him for help, and let's charge on for another 250 years.
Well, that's the challenge before us. I've always felt, and I'm sure you have too, I may disagree with things in in any organization, any government, or whatever. We're not all going to agree.
Right.
But I have learned over the years that you just can't take your ball and go home.
Right.
Right? You get involved, and sometimes you get wins. A lot of times you get wins. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but you get involved and you make it a better process.
My favorite president, and I think yours, Ronald Reagan.
You think?
Yeah. So, he said, if you got 80% of what you wanted, you've won.
Yeah.
And you can, in this form of government, you can never get it all. I mean, dictatorships can be efficient, but we don't want to go there, right? That's where you get somebody gets everything they want. So you have to compromise somewhere. You don't compromise on the key issues. You decide. I really like Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. I don't know how you do that job, because people criticize him for compromising. That's how you have to compromise somewhere. You just have to decide, make a judgment call, because he's a strong Christian. He's a super intelligent guy, but he's got like a 4-vote advantage, and then he's got a bunch of rhinos, truly rhinos in the House and in the Senate, of course. So you got to find a way to move the ball in the right direction. I had Judd Matheny, our dear friend. Did you ever meet his brother Jack?
I have never met his brother, Jack.
Jack is a lot like Judd, but Jack gave me an analogy one time that I just can't forget about government. He said it's like this 10,000-pound ball rolling across a flat surface, and it's going in this direction. Our goal is just push it a little bit, just tweak it a little bit, and if you get it moving in a better direction, well, it's moving in a better direction. It's a big ball, and we keep the crazies out and keep the ball moving in a good direction. You can't change it overnight. Really fast change is usually not good. So you just kind of do your part, team to team up, push that big moving ball a little to the side and keep it moving in the right direction. You can have radical change over time. That's positive.
It takes like rivers, they just carve out so time and time and time.
Yeah.
All right. Internal issues. So we have a governor's race, a very heated governor's race. We stand on opposite sides of our preference, although as a person, everybody wins no matter what.
We know that we have three strong candidates, and Tennessee would be blessed with any of the three.
Absolutely.
But you got to you have freedom of conscience. You decide who you think would be the best governor. And we're a team. We got to be a team at the end. Whoever wins, we get behind them. And that's how it ought to be with all our races.
It has to. It's like football, right? You play against each other. Sometimes it gets a little rough and tumble. It should never get ugly. Because we're all in this together. Reagan's 11th commandment.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, when the dust settles, you're going to have to shake hands, and we're going to work together and make Tennessee number one.
That's right. That's right. We're there, and I hope it stays positive. There's been a few negative ads hitting out there. I haven't even seen them yet. I've heard about them.
It's going to get real hairy here shortly.
I bet it would. No telling what's going to land. I know money's pouring in from other places for certain candidates. Which happens all the time. But it's a big game. But we enjoy playing it. Make the best argument. Just make the best argument. Let's not make it personal.
No.
And you can Marsha's been up there for 12 years. Rose has been up there for 10 years.
Well, he beat Judd, for goodness sake. Our man Judd.
He did. He did. He had an effective campaign.
He did.
And anyway, hopefully it stays positive. Just tell us what you've accomplished. But I was going to say, they both have long voting records now.
Absolutely.
And again, every vote they had to take, there was some compromise. You won't get it passed. So you can pick apart any voting record. That's why a lot of times somebody with no voting record, like a Barack Obama
came out of nowhere. I'm like, he didn't even attend Senate.
He was a state senator who voted, just abstained. Present. He wouldn't even make a decision. And
the people voted for him.
Stealth candidate, hope and change. All he had was hope and change.
Hope and change.
And look what that did for us.
Communism. We're right here, Mondami, as a result of Barack Obama.
I think you're right. Yeah, and all the racial division that we experienced. Horrible. The Michael Brown and Trevin Martin, all that just, anyway.
Well, and we've got a lot of Southern Democrats. I was reading, speaking of history, an old obituary from one of my forefathers, and he was a very adamant Democrat. Very much so, Southern Democrat. And everyone was.
Right.
And that party, when it was Reagan for the most part that took the Southern strategy, and the Democrats just went left. Yeah. And here we are.
Yep.
It's not coming back.
John F. Kennedy would be a conservative Republican today, and of course his nephew is leading HHS.
I thought he was crazy in the beginning. I really did. I thought he was like, what? Yeah. But Trump has really chosen rock stars.
Yeah.
People that have disagreed with him, people that love America. It's such a mixed bag. Yeah. It's like an apprentice show, right? It's like, all right, Rubio, how many hats can you wear, and how well are you going to do it? He just puts them up there, lets them shine, and see what happens.
And it's so cool to have such a deep bench. we have a deep bench for Tennessee governor.
Mm-hmm.
We got a deep bench for president 2028.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like I like them. I like 10 guys, right? And just such quality. And then you look at what the Democrats have. They got nothing. They got nobody. And they're so fractured. I mean, and the Mandamis and the communists that they keep supporting. It's like, man, God help New York City. I mean, it's a great city, and they're just going to spiral down with these kind of terrible ideas. And Portland and Seattle.
Who would have ever thought that we would be? My dad is a veteran. Was a veteran. Is always. I mean, he's passed, but they fought communism.
Yeah.
And here we are electing us. I mean, it's like Twilight Zone. Don't you feel like it's Twilight Zone? Like America
first.
so
quickly.
And have you noticed, like, the 250 celebration? This is the weirdest thing for me. We're history buffs, right? Big deal, 250.
Yeah.
Like, big deal.
Yeah.
And there are folks who just did not care. And it's usually the folks that hate America. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, they don't, people, they need to get out more because they need to see just how good we have it here. They just keep feeding themselves the stolen land argument or we're inherently a racist country. Like, get over yourself. And I love some of the outcomes of the World Cup, right? You've got like 1.5 million people from all over the world coming to visit. And some of those stories with the Norwegian visitors, the Scots, the Germans, who are just seeing America for the first time, not what they see on their liberal newscasts.
And it is.
And they love Americans, and I love some of the history of Arnold Air Force Base, formerly Camp Forest. Mm-hmm. And after we trained our military, it became a prisoner of war camp. Mm-hmm. And there were 20,000 German POWs right down in Tullahoma. Mm-hmm. Right in Camp Forest. And there's so many cool, once they separated the Nazis from the Germans, Nazis were just a few percent.
Yeah.
These are just normal German people.
Yeah.
And there's some great stories because there were 300,000 German POWs in the country. Yeah. And in many cases, they'd be loaned out to local farms. And over in Kansas and Iowa, they'd be loaned out to local German farmers that are just one or two generations away from the fatherland. And they would be speaking, the American families would be speaking German and would be feeding these German POWs more than they'd eaten in 5 years. And the abundance of America and the goodness of America, mm-hmm. The generosity. And I think the World Cup visitors are seeing that. Mm. In my 2 weeks in Scotland and England, we met incredibly generous people. When you get away from the news garbage that gets spun up on both sides, mm-hmm. and you just meet with a regular Scottish person. I met Australians. I met all kinds of people from all over Europe. We have so much in common. One of my biggest takeaways from being in England and Scotland for 2 weeks, I used to always think it's like, it's us and it's them. But you go over there and you realize that's us. Our forefathers built that. Mm. And all the ideas that created us came from there. I mean, it was John Locke, it was Adam Smith, economics. It was Rutherford, Presbyterian reformist, that brought us Witherspoon, who signed the Declaration, and all the ideas of limited government, of checks and balances. Because you don't give man power, man. It's corrupting. Mm-hmm. Power corrupts. Mm-hmm. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and humans are prone to that. Mm-hmm. So you have checks and balances, so nobody can get all the power. Mm-hmm. And it's working. Can we keep improving it and make a better union? Yeah, we can, and we're going to. We got to keep up the fight because we have a lot of domestic enemies that hate America and try to tear it down every day.
Well, about the base, and I'm going to dovetail, and I'm sorry. I mean, we may go a little bit over time. The base is a huge asset to our region and to the country.
Yes, totally.
What can you say about that in preparing us for the enemies that are knocking at the door?
So I've been a contractor out there for 25 years. Since that's what got us here was a job at AEDC, and I've seen a lot of what we do out there. So we are the premier test facility on the planet, and we also from Arnold, from AEDC, we manage test cells around the country. It's all under AEDC. The colonel there manages all that, and they are pouring money at us for additional hypersonics testing and research facilities, testing facilities. So we need to hire, which means we need to make some apartments and houses for some of these young engineers and craftsmen. We need machinists, we need electricians, we need data specialists, because all we do out there is make data, right? We don't build rockets, we test rockets, and we improve their performance and all. So we need all the counties to support that mission. I'm the incoming president of Arnold Community Council, nice. Which is a community organization. We're all just civilians. If we want to get a message to Scott Desjardins or Bill Haggerty, we just pick up the phone. The colonel at the base can't do that. He's got to go through 10 levels of command to get a message to a congressman. We just pick up the phone. We can go to his office and say, Scott, this is what we need. And when you pull the congressmen from all the parts in our country where there's test facilities, you end up with 25, 30 congressmen, you end up with 10 senators. Now you have a little political cloud, because it's always a political process. Whether you're going to fund the military or fund a road or fund, Minnesota health, SNAP programs that end up in fraud, right? It's always a political process. So we try to drive that locally, with the 12 counties. There's 12 counties that are involved in that effort, supporting the Arnold Community Council.
I don't think I realized it was 12 counties.
We draw employees from 12 or more Tennessee counties and northern Alabama that are the employees, and the economic impact is $400 million a year infused into this area through salaries and such, and vendors. And they're throwing more money at us, because we are behind China on hypersonics. Was it Teddy Roosevelt that said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick"? Peace through strength. We want to have the best weapons. We don't want to use them. We don't want to send the B-2 bombers flying. We will. Trump will. But we don't want to, right? But we want our enemies to know that we're prepared to do that, and we've got the best stuff, and you don't want to mess with us. That when wars happen is when somebody thinks they can beat somebody else. If beating us, if trying to fight us is such a terrible cost, then we're safe. You got to spend that money. Peace through strength.
And
it's happening right here. It's happening right down the road. That's where we test the new stuff, the best stuff.
So we can win. Peace through strength.
We don't want war. So we cannot be attacked, so that the world stays safe. The world is since 1941, the world has been safer with a strong America. So we need to keep it strong, which means we need to keep our house in order. We can't go into crazy debt. We're already, $29 trillion.
We need to,
We each owe like $120,000 each. Yeah. Even the newborn child owes that to the federal government in debt. So you got to get that under control. Yeah. You got to control your borders. You can't let people in that are totally unvetted, that have no contribution, that just want to live off what we've built. Can't happen. We can't. We're 4% of the world's population. We can't take care of the whole world. We can be strong and protect the world, but we can't beat them all.
No. And NATO, with Trump being strong on NATO and pulling funding and everything, NATO's been a slush fund forever. Yep. I mean, all of that. And
they're finally, they're stepping up to spend more on defense. Yeah. And we can't afford to be their police anymore. No, yeah.
I agree. All right. Yeah. Last topic, and I just got to ask this. Growth. So Coffee County, it's all coming this way. Growth. Okay. And I know in this past election in Coffee County, growth was basically on the ballot. I would say
growth was on the ballot, and growth lost.
And growth lost.
It was close, and there's more reasons why the mayor's race went the way it was. But yeah, and as I talk to people in Lincoln County and Franklin County, and Grundy County, they don't want crazy growth.
We don't want it.
They don't want to be a Murfreesboro. And I totally, and if that's the message that the people want, that's the message we take to the state party. But if you can, we want to hire it. So there's a conflict, right? We want to hire people at AEDC. Yeah. And of course, to work there, you have to have a secret clearance. You got to you're going to be not a bad guy, not a felon.
Right.
Chances are you're a patriot.
Yeah.
If you want to work at an Air Force base.
Mm-hmm.
So I like those kind of people for neighbors.
Sure.
So make room for some, but every community itself, it's their responsibility to plan, to do their planning, to do their growth plans and their zoning plans. It's on them. That's not a state-driven process. That's on the local community, the neighbors. So to be what you want to be, but make room for some growth. For job opportunities for your children who might want to move back here. For AEDC, who wants to hire good-paying jobs.
Sure.
And good people to advance our national defense.
Sure. Yeah, and we need to train our kids for those jobs too. That's where all the school districts come in.
And Coffee County is very excited about our new TCAT facility,
That's
the
right.
Tennessee College of Applied Technology. We haven't had one when the surrounding counties have, and we've got one now. I think it opens in like a month.
That's exciting.
And it went up quick. It's a beautiful building right off of 53 Woodbury Highway. We're excited about that. So things are slowly growing. Some people don't want any growth. We need to find that sweet spot in the middle that allows sensible, steady growth. Yeah.
Back to compromise.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. If you're not growing, you're dying kind of idea. You don't want to be a community of all retirees.
Yeah.
I mean, those exist, and that can be a good plan for
Sure.
a section, but not for like a whole city.
You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Mike Parton, head of our Sequatchie Valley Electric, always would come in and say all of the above. You can't all be coal. You can't be all nuclear. You can't be all water. You just have to have a mixed bag because.
Yeah, and there's stability there. There's flexibility and inherent security when you're diversified in energy supply.
I'm going to have
jobs.
to ask you about the data centers. What's your opinion on this?
So yeah, the folks may not know, but Arnold Air Force Base property, they had 2 sites that were in contention for a data center.
That's right.
One just south of the Coffee County High School, and one just outside Tullahoma on Wattendorf Highway. Those were both considered, and the vendor, it was up to the vendor who was going to build it to decide, and they chose a Georgia site,
Okay.
Robbins Air Force Base. So that's where they're going to build a data center.
Okay.
There's speculation as to why they chose them and not us. I heard it was a function of the access to the energy grid, because you need quick access and good overhead access, and I don't think our sites had those in Coffee County, but it would have been Air Force property.
That's right.
And there's not much the Air Force wants to work with the community,
Sure.
but they only build things on their property that are good for the Air Force.
Sure.
And this would have been used by the Air Force, and they were going to find a way to pour property taxes back into the communities, which would have helped sell it, because that means new schools. That's
Sure.
a lot of money. So I think anybody who's got a smartphone needs to be open to the idea of AI centers, because that's where it's going. That's where the technology's going, and we all have smartphones. We want them to work faster. We want better data. And to have better data, you need you need data centers, and people may not know this, but we're already I'm a contractor at ADC. We already have access to AI, and it's a Google product, Genesis, I think it's called. I've only used it a little bit, but they're planning on giving us 3 more levels of AI as they vet it and maybe get access to more computing power. So it's here, and I've seen great value in it. Like we'll have a meeting that's recorded. And all the words are recorded. You can dump those words into AI and create minutes.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
where
it's
it used to
amazing.
take a couple hours to create a good set of minutes, right? So now you've freed up your time to do something more productive.
Yeah.
And in terms of replacing jobs, that's something that we'll have to grapple with. Maybe all the attorneys' jobs will go away. That wouldn't be a bad thing, right? All the attorneys, that we have too many attorneys.
God bless. All right, last question. I swear to goodness, last question. Water is a big concern for really everyone in the region. In fact, the state. Our guy said that we are on target for a 20-year drought. Because our last, here on the mountain, our last one was 07, 08.
I remember that one.
And, yeah, I do too. I mean, it's pretty sad when Orem was supplying Monteagle with water, with bottled water. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, water's pretty basic stuff.
And you work with a lot of that, and TDEC's kind of a handful. Sometimes they won't allow us to impound water. There's all these regulations of how we can't help ourselves. And so there's a concern, there's a definite concern about our water.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
And my background is civil environmental engineering, PE. I hear talk. I wish we'd built that dam on the Columbia River. I'm sorry, on the Duck River near Columbia. 50 years ago? They shut it down for a snail darter, or maybe it was the mussel. I forget which. But they're talking about bringing that dam back because we need. That's on. We're forced to let water out of Normandy Lake just to meet a need in the river Shelbyville and so. But if they had another dam down there, that would help the Duck River watershed. I don't know your watershed as well. I mean, you guys must have some retention ponds that you store water, and there's a lot of wells probably up around here. So I can't speak to Grundy County.
Sure.
But all of Coffee and McMinnville's that whole Duck River system, that drought of 2007, the Normandy Reservoir was getting very low. I was in those meetings. I was working with Judd and TDEC and Fish and Wildlife, trying to figure out, what do we do here? They were looking at buying more pumps to get water that had gone, the level had dropped so much. So I had not heard about another drought coming. It makes sense. 20 years goes.
Yeah, I'm not going to refute him because he's just one of those people who choose into it, and he runs our utility, and so
he would know.
Here it comes.
So
there's growth and water. Are you water worthy? We go back to that. I know that's kind of funny.
Tullahoma's a unique situation.
Yeah.
We take our drinking water out of the Duck River system.
Okay.
But then we discharge our wastewater into the Elk River system.
That's part of ours.
Are you guys Elk? So we're kind of taking from one and putting in another, which usually is against the law, but Tullahoma had a special ability to do that because we had no other choice.
You had no choice.
That's where that's how our place is located. But you might need to put in some additional capacity. Like in Normandy Lake, which feeds much of Coffee County, and Wartrace, we pump water to Wartrace in Bedford County.
Wow.
We charge them for it, of course.
Sure.
But we can raise the height of our dam by 1, 2, 5 feet. So that gives you more capacity. But that has impact. That has impact upstream on a couple hiking trails, natural area. So, everything is a give and take, a compromise,
Back to that, yeah.
I do put human beings at the top above a pearly mussel. I'm sorry, no offense, but I put us at the top. I care more about human beings than a pearly mussel. And anyway, that's something we fought in the Duck River, which is a wonderful river. I've rafted it, I've kayaked it 50 times. No exaggeration. It's a lovely river. But again, human beings, let's look out for us. So more capacity, maybe more. You might need some more retention ponds. Which means you have to plan ahead. You got to buy the land. They
don't let us on the mountain impound. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's when you get state and federal people working together and saying, put people first.
Sure.
We put dam. My grandfather traveled this country for 25 years building dams. They built Grand Coulee Dam. He was on that team that built that. Boulder Dam in Colorado, the Colorado River. The two brothers met two wives in a little town building Bagnell Dam, Lake of the Ozarks. And dams are good. You store water, you create recreational opportunities, wildlife. You can go fishing. There's only one natural lake in all of Tennessee, that Reelfoot Lake.
That's Reelfoot. That was.
There are no other natural lakes in this entire state.
Wow.
Every lake we have, every other lake has been a dam. And it's produced our growth opportunities. You got to have water.
Wow. All right. I didn't mean to go on a all over the place.
I love talking water.
I know. I know. He is. He's a brainiac. Let me tell you. Any last words? Why? And the state executive committee is such a small part of the ballot. I mean, it's just like, oh, by the way, there's that. Why should people vote for you August 6th?
Because I will listen to the voters of Grundy County and these 6 counties. I will listen to their concerns and take those concerns to Nashville unashamedly and try to keep, I'll be 1 out of 66, but I will do my very best to keep our state party moving in the right direction, stay between the dishes, stay conservative. And it's always about building the party, always about challenging our good candidates and finding better candidates and just becoming better and managing that responsibility of that 80-20 ownership of our state, managing that with professionalism and dignity. And that's why I'm asking for their vote. Early voting starts in 2 weeks. Less than that. 17th, a week and 2 days, 9 days out. And election day is Thursday, August 6th. And I'm asking for their vote. Greg Sandlin for SEC.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to send Greg out to spread joy and sunshine wherever he goes. We're going to take a quick break, thank our sponsors because we love them, and we'll be right back as always. Thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
Have a great morning.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
This is your favorite president, and I just wanted to extend an invitation to you, the tremendous patriots of our country, to join us for the 12th annual Grundy County Reagan Day Picnic as we celebrate America's 250th birthday. It's on Saturday, July 18th, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Central Time at the Piney Creek Air Park in the big, beautiful Wayne Harris Hangar, 207 East Greenwell Street, Altamont, Tennessee. I want to invite you to come meet local, state, and federal candidates, connect with fellow conservatives and beautiful people, and enjoy an afternoon of food, fun, and fellowship. Your keynote speaker is somebody who sounds a lot like me. He's a funny person. He looks like a dollar store version of Bradley Cooper, I have to say that. Sean Farish, a great guy, I have to say. Tremendous guy. We don't want you to miss it. It's going to be huge, and we hope to see you there. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you for your attention to this matter.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
Tour a cool cave, listen to live music underground, or just camp under the stars. It is homegrown fun deep in the Tennessee hills. Check out what's going on at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes a journey. Scholl Chiropractic Clinic has 3 convenient locations in Monteagle, Winchester, and now Tullahoma. Dr. Eric Scholl is in Monteagle, Dr. Kurt Scholl is in Winchester, and Dr. Drake Scholl is in Tullahoma. Call Monteagle at 931-924-4869, Winchester 967-4232, or Tullahoma 408-9567. Most commercial insurances accepted. Step back in time at Trackside Restaurant, located at 327 Railroad Avenue in Tracy City. They're open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and on Sunday they have a family-style lunch and a deck overlooking the creek. From burgers to pizza, there is something for everyone. Call 931-333-1004 today. Back. Sorry, I can talk to Greg forever. 8:42. I'm so sorry. What I did see that I did not see before is the Altamont Tractor Pull, the annual event. I want to say it's the 6th event. I love this event. And for whatever reason, I did not find out about it until yesterday. So I apologize for not talking about it, but it is a super fun event. I don't know if Danny Lusk is going to be doing his amazing thing. Well, anyway, it's a big deal. And so they're all coming to Altamont for the tractor pull. It's a fundraiser for the Altamont Fire Department, which is always a worthy cause. So come on out and participate in it. I haven't really looked at the details. Did I see it's like $15 per person, if I'm not mistaken? And they'll have all the other things involved, but definitely check that out. Support them. And then the Morton Memorial Food Bank food distribution is this Saturday. Today is this Saturday, 8 to 10, and they're also going to be doing the summer meal program. Real quick, summer meal program. Let me look that up because I haven't given them the love as I should. But Wednesdays, we want to make sure that we feed the kids, all children 2 through 18. I know it's hard to believe that 18 is a child, but it really is. Up to the age of 18 can get 10 meals at these locations. So let me go south, Cumberland, summer. Here it is. All right. And Wednesday, it's all through July. That was 2 days ago. How do they do these? Hold on. What is today's site? Sherwood. Need the big one. What is Wednesdays? Where is the big? Well, anyway, go to the summer. Oh, here it is. Summer's. All right. Wednesdays. Pelham. That's the local one. Pelham Methodist Church, 3 to 6 p.m. Today. So you can pop by there Grab 10 meals, 5 breakfast, 5 lunch for every kid aged 2 to 18 in your household. It could be you, it could be the child, it could be a grandma. Just say it's for XYZ children and go grab you some food. They're shelf stable and very, very yummy. So go on out and do that. Let's go to birthdays. How about that? Oh, Miracle on the Mountain. I think I mentioned this. Yes, did I yet mention it? Miracle on the Mountain, finally, grand opening is this Friday at 2 p.m. Unless it rains, unless it's a storm and it's lightning and it's a hurricane, then it will be on Saturday at 10 a.m. So that's the deal. Miracle on the Mountain, they're getting the paving done, they're getting all they need because the rain's kind of been pop up. Friday, 2 p.m. is when the grand opening is, and then it'll be open, and we'll find out all the fun that's ahead of us. So, way to go. Congratulations. All right. July, today is the 8th. Larry. What do I have that? Larry Crabtree. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's Miss Jones, people. She's a Crabtree. So, happy birthday there. Let's see. Let's go to people. Let's go to birthdays. All right. Happy birthday to Corey Cipolla. Oh, today is Paul Tittle's birthday. Happy birthday, Paul Tittle. He's Paul Dotson on Facebook. So if you see him, he is raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project. And he is doing well. Thankfully, he is married to a beautiful young lady who is also our librarian in Monteagle. And let's see, she is the longest running librarian in Grundy County. How many years is it, I wonder, for Karen? Well, anyway, she puts up with Paul. We love Paul. And so we wish him a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday to Justin Foltz. I'm sure my kinfolk over there. It's in Beersheba. At least that's what it said. Marie Say. Judy Van Hooser Hampton. Happy birthday, Miss Judy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mayor David Jackson over in Marion County. He's going to have his work cut out for him this election. Happy birthday to David Jackson. And then Peter, I can't even pronounce his last name. Happy birthday, Peter. And of course, I have on here Mary Yarworth. Miss Mary's birthday is today. So happy birthday. At least that's what it says. I hope you have a fabulous birthday. Let's do the prayer list. All right. Let's continue to pray for William Dickerson. Go visit him at the over at the Monteagle Nursing Home over there. He would love your visits. Also, I was talking to, can't remember who it was talking about David Street is over at the same place, and he's looking great. I know it is. We were talking about Tracy City parades of the past, and you could always count on David Street doing something crazy on the parade. But I've heard that this was the best Tracy parade. There's no reminiscing. It was a knockout. Fabulous parade because everybody, all the parade folks, all descended onto Tracy City, and it was one big parade. So, go visit those folks. It matters. We're going to keep Doe in our prayers. Charlie and Joyce, Sue and Charlie, Big Ron, so he can get his knee replacement. Carol Hamby. Let's do Ike Slatton. I'm going to get Leslie to let me know about that. Jamie Hurt, all the unspoken. There's plenty out there. Martha Ann. I just kind of invite to her 50th wedding anniversary. Her and David have been married 50 years. How wonderful is that? And her husband, in fact, Crazy, is running full plate papers and is running for Monteagle City Council. So way to go. This was a shock. Bethel Smith family. Bethel has left us. She was only 62, and she was a frequent caller, and I did not know when she went down to the nursing home. She's been in poor health for a very long time, so I believe that she has finally gone home, and she is dancing and singing all the way up there. So anyway. Amanda Lane's father and stepfather. It takes a long time to get through that kind of thing. They had an accident. It's horrible. We're going to continue to pray for Miss Dola, Miss Linda, Granny, and Miss Virginia. Lord, thank you for all the blessings that we have and the folks who step up to the plate to run for office. Thank you for Greg and sharing his story with us today and his viewpoints. Thank you to all the people who volunteer, in their communities and try to do good work, and all the folks who have servants' hearts. We're just so thankful for all the blessings in our life, no matter what happens. It is all your will, and we are grateful. If you don't mind, just an extra bit of love and light for the folks on our prayer list. They are special to us, and we love them, and they just need an extra bit of love and a signpost. We're so thankful for everything you do in our lives, and especially your sacrifice of our only begotten Son. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, let's get to the phones. I got a full phone lines. The Tim and Mac show was yesterday, and I totally forgot. So that was a short day, but let's talk about what's going on and yeah. Morning.
How you be saying?
Hello, little birthday boy. How was your day?
It was all right yesterday.
Was it? Did you celebrate you? Did you eat something good? How was your blood work?
Well, I just went for blood work. I did all next week is for test.
Oh, that's right. They you do the blood, then you go back, and I always do the yeah, that's right. Never mind. Did you go out to eat? What'd you eat?
No, I that yesterday, and I went out and got me a pound of turkey sandwich, and I ate that till another store, and then dropped me a drink. So I left, and so I went out to the store, and well, anyway, Misty told me yesterday morning about 25 out of 10.
Okay.
She was working, and I told her I'll be down later on in today. So after I left PC's, I went out there and her Tammy, I almost died to have me little birthday card.
So when are you going to do that?
They gave me a birthday card yesterday.
Oh, gotcha. Wonderful. Yay.
Had little money.
Ooh, money, money, money.
So I decided around and talk to Granny, her 17th, how good it was. It's Friday, so Tammy and them sang birthday song to me every night.
Well, and Tammy can sing. Good for her.
Yeah, and she had her phone in her hand, and I was standing in the aisle facing towards Tammy. I said, Tammy, do you want to take a picture of me? She said, I would. And she said, hey, don't take no picture of him. I said, hey, she Tammy, she wants.
Oh, well, that's super cute. So did you get a picture with Misty? Is it on Facebook?
Oh, she took a picture of me holding the sign in my hand. So,
Oh, good. All right, I'll go look and see it. Well, fun. So you had a good birthday.
yeah. But now she did tell me we'd go eat somewhere Friday.
Oh, and Friday you're going to go eat somewhere. Do you know where you're going to go?
Well, I say Pop Eddie's or Rosie's born.
Sure. You can't go wrong with those. Both of them can cook. That Rosie, I know, can cook.
I know it. We ain't been on nothing date, tell you. And I say probably, I think it was last year on her birthday party.
On her birthday party, yeah. Well, it's she's a busy woman. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, her kids are growing up on us.
Yeah. I know Atlantic anyway.
Oh, he's getting so big. It happens before you know it. All right. Well, happy, what is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope you have a fabulous day. What are you going to get into?
I don't know. I'll probably just sit down here and I did out around.
Is it supposed to rain today?
I think supposed to what Tunnel Trail said yesterday evening.
Okay. I'll take it.
Wednesday, I think into Sunday. I don't know about Monday, Tuesday. I think probably rain on up this week. So
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'll take any rain we can get.
yeah, and let's don't forget about the fall.
Oh, let's not forget. So we have not sold that yet. Someone could buy it even for parts if they don't want to fool with it.
Yeah, they're 10.
Yeah. I mean, so whatever you want, it's a red 88 350 Honda. And it works for the most part. It just has a little issue. So whoever's a mechanical can fix it.
10 pieces or
Get a part for it. Yeah, super easy.
the 10 pieces, the 10 right around the yard or the field. I hate to get it on. I hate for them to get it on the road and my quit on them.
Yeah, you don't like it happened with you. So you want to make sure everybody needs to know that it's the one that Lily got stuck on every now and then when he rode it. So someone mechanical can fix it.
I'll be doing somebody right there kids on it. Or
Sure.
in the yard or open field. From the house near the field, it's enticed. That way, if
Sure.
something happens, they can take your lawnmowers on, put it, or the 10 pieces or whatever.
Okay. All right, buddy. Well, you have a wonderful Wednesday. Give Lily a call, 592-3216, if you want to take that off his hands.
And you do look pretty this morning.
Oh, thank you. All women love to hear that. You know that.
Oh, I
All right.
just let you know that you for more phone.
Okay. See you. Bye. Morning.
Well, good morning.
Well, good morning, sunshine. What are you doing?
And we just got through eating.
Oh, good. What'd you eat?
We just eat sausage and egg and.
That's the perfect American breakfast.
Yeah.
All right. Is the old man there?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How you feeling these
Yeah.
days? Are you feeling good? You're sounding
pretty good.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Last 2 or 3 days, I'll make it, maybe.
You're too ornery not to, Junior.
I know it. That's what you said, but you can't never tell about that.
That's true. You know that's true.
Trust me, and you've got to carpe diem and grab life with both hands because none of us are getting out of here alive.
That's right.
So-
We're going one way or another.
One way or another. So how are you going to do it? I'm going to slide on in with 5 cents to my name.
That's right.
All right, kids. Anything I need to know today?
Not today.
All right. Well, you guys have a fabulous day. And
And you do have Rick Slane's family on the prayer list, don't you?
no, what happened?
He passed away.
No.
Yeah.
Was he sick?
Yeah, I think he's been sick. His boy's been up here taking care of him.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I hate to hear that. No, I did not know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being my roving reporter. Anything else? Anybody else? Anything else I need to know?
China, put her on there. She's had surgery on both her ears.
Did she? Is that what she did?
Yeah, yesterday. David's birthday. And put David's birthday on there. The 13th of July.
Yeah, we can't forget David's birthday. David Butner. 2 or 3?
Surgery. It'll be 3.
Okay, thank you. I was having a moment.
Yeah, he's going on 10.
Yeah, well, he is.
That's what he acts like.
He is. I mean, that's the case. The oldest child always is the most responsible and elderly, if you will. Taylor was way ahead of Madison.
Well, I was too.
Yeah, I mean, the oldest has the responsibility. So that's okay, and Papa got a hold of him, so.
Right.
All right, kids. Well, keep me posted on whatnots, but I hope you have a fabulous day.
Yeah, China. She had tubes in one ear, and they took a cyst off the other.
Oh, so is that going to fix the things? I mean, she was having an issue for a minute.
Yeah, I hope it does. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay. Well, at least they did something.
Right.
Okay. Definitely on the prayer list.
All right.
All right, honey. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye. Morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Leslie. How art thou?
Oh, I'm still blessed. Every day that I live, I am blessed.
I mean, seriously, it's a thankfulness. That's all, that's the way to look at it.
Yeah, wake up this morning, you are blessed. I don't care if you're lost, saved, or middle.
True story. Yeah, no, I heard that. Hey, real quick, I finished the last of Acts for Paul. And I didn't know that was the last. I was like, where the heck's the rest of the story? And they don't put it in the Bible.
Well, the ending of Paul, he was killed in Rome.
Right, but they don't put that in the Bible.
It's just the facts that is left out. But Paul was killed in Rome. Him and Peter both.
Oh, I totally get that, but I was fascinated about why it just ended with him staying in Rome and spreading the gospel.
Yeah, well, he wrote those letters, Corinthians and Galatians and Ephesians and all them while he was in jail in Rome. And
So
he sent them out by his couriers to each one of those churches.
okay, so he's in front of Caesar. He's appealed to Caesar. He's stuck in Rome, and then he writes those letters. Is that right?
Yeah, he writes his letters while he's in prison. They gave him liberty while he's in prison to have his people come and be with him and visit him.
Yes.
Letters.
Okay.
To those churches.
Okay, so the Jews tried to kill him. He appealed to Caesar and stayed in Rome. And did he get killed in Rome? Right?
Yeah, they finally cut his head off and cut him up in pieces.
And he said it was. I asked Ted. It was Nero, during the reign of Nero, that killed him. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Timothy, because I asked, the scenario, because I'm like, it just stopped. Timothy, is it 2, where it says, I have fought the good fight. Basically, I can't quote it, but that's what we put on Dad's tombstone.
He said, I've fought the good fight, and I've kept the faith, and I've run the race which was set before me. Then I finished my course. So he is dying. He knows he's going to die. So.
Yes, and Timothy, that was for him. That was Paul.
Yeah, that's Paul's speaking. That's what he wrote to Timothy.
Okay. Yeah, that's a beautiful passage. I chose it for that. I didn't know the reason, so that's amazing. Anyway, that was my profoundness today.
They actually try to bowl John the Baptist.
Do what?
They try to bowl John.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
They know wouldn't kill him, so they deemed him a martyr and put him on Patmos for Christ just preaching.
Yeah.
That's all his crime was, preaching the gospel.
Right. Yeah, sure. A lot of people went to die.
Back before God appointed him, before he could write Revelation.
Yep. Well, our favorite. All right. Running kind of late, and I apologize. Anything I need to know before we go to Ezekiel?
No, nothing I know about it.
Hey, how's Ike Slanton? Wasn't that one of yours?
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Okay.
I haven't been nowhere to hear anything about Ike.
Okay. Well, if you, I'm keeping them on, and then if you hear an update, let me know.
Okay.
All right. So where were we at on 37?
All right, we're going. We got 5 verses left in this part that I'm reading this morning, and we'll have 3 verses for tomorrow.
Gotcha. All right. So what verses are there?
21 through 25.
21.
Verses.
All right. 21 through 25. Reflections. All right, Leslie. I'm ready when you're ready.
Well, it says, 2 kingdoms become one. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the children of Israel from be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king over to them all. They shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, or with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
Okay.
David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgment, and observe my statutes to do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, the servant wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. That's all that. So here he's guaranteeing them to be moved out from the places where they've been scattered, and they become one nation.
Right on.
Verified it right there, through the word that Ezekiel spoke God's mouth.
Right on. All right, any thoughts before we head out on that?
I'll go ahead and give preacher AI stuff.
Oh, okay. I know I learned quite a bit from Ted, let me tell you. All right. This marks the heart of God's promise to restore his people. The vision of the dry bones now becomes a promise of a reunited nation under one king. So he wants us united.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what I get from it. He wants us all to be one under him.
He never intended us to be a separate people.
No.
Even though we're separating the continents and nationalities, he wanted us all to be of one mind and one accord.
Right on.
And people just the devil got into things and destroyed everything. So,
well, the devil divides. That's his whole purpose. That's where he wins.
He'll never conquer.
Yep. Amen. Great message for today, Leslie. Appreciate you.
You're welcome, babe. You have a wonderful day.
Hey, where are you going tonight? Any idea?
I don't know. I'm waiting on God to lead. I try not to make my own decisions about that.
I hear you. Well, I can't wait to hear where you go tomorrow.
Well, maybe it'll be somewhere God will have me go.
There we go. All right, Leslie, you have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, see you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good. What's up, kids?
Not a whole lot.
How are we feeling?
I feel pretty good this morning.
I'll take it. How about Joyce? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Who's that for you said passed away?
Rick Lane.
Rick Lane.
Yep. I know you know him.
Two Rick Lanes. I don't know
oh, gosh. Is there two?
Yep.
All right, let's find out. Usually Lucy will let me know. Lucy, which Rick Lane is it? I have a Rick Lane that I know, but I don't know which one yours is. It's so hard for me with the same names.
Lane passed away too.
Who did?
Rex Lane. He's in a wheelchair.
I think that's him, right?
I don't know. It might be then.
Because Frida's the one who told me.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't say who. I couldn't hear who she said.
Well, let's investigate and find out who it is.
It might have been Rex then, baby.
Okay. All right, I got you. Anything I need to know today?
No, just continue to pray for all of us. My brother went for tests years and they couldn't find him where he passes out, Louis Nolan.
Yeah.
Back home, he stayed all night there longer.
And
they sent him back home.
They can't figure it out?
My sister Tiny, she said they had him hooked up with wires in his head. She said he looks like an alien. They said they couldn't figure it out what makes him pass out.
That's so strange.
Then your Church of God group, that's where him and her goes.
Okay.
And the preachers has to pray for him and get him to come back, and all of them pray for him, all the church.
Yeah, no kidding. You want me to put him back on?
I appreciate it, Louis Nolan.
All right, let's do it. I hope they find what is wrong. That's horrible.
He was carrying the TV out once down the steps over to his nieces and fell and passed out. He said, I don't know how long I laid in that yard.
Is it sugar or is it just they don't know?
Nothing, honey. So I don't know.
Well, goodness.
Bless his heart.
Bless him. No kidding. All right. Well, let's pray for solutions, or at least know what is wrong.
Yeah, Louis Nolan.
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
Appreciate it, baby. You
All
have
right.
a good day.
You too. Bye, Charlie. Bye, Joyce.
Bye.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn. Happy Wednesday.
Well, same to you. Well, speaking of the Apostle Paul, you know, he had 3 missionary journeys.
Okay.
And, of course, that's been figured out by some scholars, Bible scholars.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the Bible is all true, but all the truth is not in the Bible. Other information about the Apostle Paul and other things concerning the Scripture are found in historical documentations.
Oh, okay.
There was a historian, Josephus,
Mm-hmm.
is nearly always mentioned when they're talking about the things that are not given in the Scripture about what happened to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, there were others. I think I've heard that there were others that were mentioned, but Josephus is one of the historians of that time.
Okay. Yeah, because there was during Constantine, wasn't it, when they had the when they were deciding what to include in the Bible? What was that called? They had a meeting of minds of all the people under Constantine, and they came up with the King James. I think it was the King James Bible.
The King James Bible was written because England was moving away from Catholicism.
Okay, then I'm not right about that. Then Constantine chose which Bible, what was going to be in the Bible. Do you remember? I mean, I know you remember.
I read something the other day that gave an indication that that is true. That there were some things what he put in, what they put in, what they left out.
Yeah,
things like that.
Which is divine. I mean, there's a lot of things that get left out of books in general. So, I mean, it only makes sense.
Yes. I know at Tennessee Temple, the students were required to read Edersheim's Life of Christ.
Okay.
And of course, I've never read it. But, see, my sister and her husband were in school there. And the pastor I listened to, I mentioned before, Stephen Davey, went to school there. Of course, he went on, and now he's pastor of church and has established a seminary for preachers and for teachers, men and women, you know, to study the Word of God. I just mentioned my daughter-in-law, Kimberly, because I just want to give glory to God because what God has done for her and with her and in her life and the miracle that she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that she was studying a Master of Business Administration from Liberty.
That's right. An excellent school. That's where Tim's boy went.
And she is finishing. She's almost got everything submitted.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, at the end, she's got to get LinkedIn.
Okay.
Because that's a way that people will know who she is, to inquire of her for hiring her, or she can find out if there's a place, something that she wants to be employed, and so on. But when she took a test, she said that they worded the questions in a way seeming to try to confuse the student taking the test.
Sure.
They had to remove things from the wall. She had to be under camera when she took the test. And she has ended up, out of 230 students, number 4 from the top.
Wow. That is wonderful.
It's amazing. It's that God has done what he has.
Oh, Miss Evelyn.
And in the world's top 10%, she is in that.
Oh, I love it.
Of 1 million.
I love it. Well, you should be proud. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Miss Evelyn. Thank you. Anything else on your mind today?
And I will add that I've learned just recently that she is Blackfoot Indian.
Well, of course.
Yeah, my grandmother was. Actually, my grandmother Lawson was both Blackfoot and Cherokee.
Yeah, of course.
From her father, she was Blackfoot, and that was where our top ancestor we know about Blackfoot, Walter, no S on it.
Okay.
The census people put the S on it.
Okay.
Was one of George Washington's swamp rats.
Well,
I may have mentioned that before. I don't know, but
I
anyway.
don't. No, that's the first time I've heard that. How fun is that?
Yeah, well, people. I mean, there's always been somebody with a mountaintop group and say, "You have such a colorful heritage."
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
And I mean, these are some of high school students, some of them beginning college, and I was just amazed at their comments.
Sure. Yeah. No, very colorful.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Evelyn, thank you for sharing. Thanks for continuing that story. I was kind of that's a great accomplishment by that daughter in love.
Yeah, I just want to give all glory to God for
Amen.
Giving her back to us when He did.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Wednesday.
Same to you.
All right, honey. See you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, so many blessings, honestly. All right, so it's 9:17. Dang it. Tomorrow, every day it's election time. Let's see. Thursday. I don't think I have someone on Thursday. Get out of town. But on Friday, Penny Sons is going to be here tomorrow. All right, so I've got an opening tomorrow morning. Woo! So if there's any candidates that did not get in, I have tomorrow morning opening. So just keep that in mind. That's it. I'm going to go out there and spread joy and sunshine wherever I go. I hope you do too. And as always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you tomorrow.